The number that's on pretty much everyone's mind at the moment, particularly in the football world, 776 million. How much of a rock have you been living under? Does that mean anything to you? You heard anything over the last couple of days about that?
It sounds like a lot of money.
Yeah.
Do you want me to make an educated guess?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
Some big transfer of someone in the EPL.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, not really, but
No?
kind of. But
Okay.
look, I'll give you points because it's you. So Saudi side, I think it's Al Hilal or something like that.
They've signed someone.
They haven't. Nothing. No, it's a proposed deal.
Okay.
For Kylian Mbappe,
Yes.
for which it's a 1-year deal, for which his salary for that 1 year will be 776 million.
What?
Yeah. What would you do with that kind of money, mate?
I'd
If that was your yearly salary.
yeah. I thought
Yeah.
like a I don't know, like
Nope.
an 8-year deal or something, or like a.
Mm-mm.
That is insane.
Yep.
This is when people start getting up the don't they like bring it down to like, oh yeah, that's this many dollars per minute, or like per kick
right
or
down
per
there.
touch
Yeah.
or something.
I think it's like
That's
$24 a second, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's mad. What would you do with that kind of money?
I don't know. I'd probably buy a country. Welcome, Jackie, one and all, to another episode of Final Leg to Full Forward. Critch, how are we doing, mate?
I'm very well, mate. How are you?
Doing pretty well.
That's the way.
Doing pretty well.
96. 96.
Yeah,
That's mad.
it's 96. That's,
We're inching ever closer
to something.
to something. We don't know yet.
Yeah, I guess we're also inching away from zero. That's another way of looking at it.
Yeah, true.
Just further and further away from zero.
Why does that sound sadder? I don't know.
Further and further
Yeah.
away, maybe. I don't know.
You're saying the same thing, but it's such a different spin.
Yeah.
I went to see Barbie.
You did mention this.
With Tash on the weekend.
Yes,
Um,
yes, because obviously it came out, was it Thursday or something? It was-
Thursday
Yep.
last week. Yeah. It started off as like okay, if you want to go see Barbie, I'll come
Yep.
along with you.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. I won't say too much about it.
Yeah, you don't give
There's
it away.
obviously a lot of fluff because obviously it's a Barbie movie, but
Yep.
there's a lot of subtext there.
Mm.
Yeah, it really gets you thinking. But yeah,
Very cleverly done, you'd say. Yeah.
yeah. Not what I expected. But yeah, if you've got a spare couple of hours,
Yep.
on a weekend at some point soon,
Yeah.
maybe yourself, the listeners,
Mm-hmm.
go and watch Barbie.
Yeah. Do the back-to-back. Oppenheimer, Barbie.
Yeah,
Barbie, Oppenheimer.
Barbenheimer.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, yes. I keep forgetting, on social media. Yep.
Barbenheimer.
What's been going on with you, mate?
Not too much. I did get my I feel like it was only recently that I had a parking ticket. Because I paid for
A car that was interstate.
Yep.
Yep.
Now, the car that I paid for back then, which is actually my car, got scratched over the weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Little slight scratch.
This show in cars just not a match made in heaven, really.
Not a
is
good
it?
combo.
Nah.
Nah. But I parked it was at Cammy's place. So I parked on the street, and someone left a note kindly. Yeah, so they
Must be nice.
Yeah, must be
nice.
Must be nice. It's it wasn't a bus.
Wasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
It must be nice.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Super nice guy as well.
Yeah.
Like initially, he left the note, didn't hear back. Like I tried the number a few times, didn't hear back. But he works night shifts. He called me back. He's like, "So sorry, mate. Apologise for everything." And he's like, "I'll pay for everything. Don't worry about it. We'll sort it out." And and I'll get you a slab too. And I'm like, it's okay, mate. Like, it's
No,
all right, mate.
get the slab. Get the slab. Please. So, kicking off Run It Back with round 19, according to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. First one here says, Libba has to be All-Australian.
Mm.
Yeah, had a decent one against the Dons. Obviously, was
Bombers,
that Friday night?
Yeah, it was Friday night.
Yeah, it was shaping up to be a real good game, that. And, well, I thought it was going to be a good game, a close game. And
even
the Dogs definitely kicked away in the last, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Even at the start of the last, I think the Dons kicked the first one or two.
Yeah.
And they made it a bit closer. I was like, oh, this is a game.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't a game.
and then it wasn't a game. Yep, you're right. This next one here says, good amount of close games or nah?
Oh,
So
absolutely.
Generally they put or nah.
Or nah.
Is that you're asking us or telling us what's going on there?
Yeah, surely.
Yeah, it felt like it, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you got the Melbourne Adelaide game, tight game. Obviously the Port Collingwood game,
Yeah, what a game that was, eh?
tight game.
Richmond Hawthorn was a point as well.
Point, yep.
And Saints North as well.
Saints
That was
North, mate.
8. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about half the round, isn't it, really? That's as good as. And Brisbane beat Geelong by 11, so that's another one less than 2 goals. I mean,
So to answer the question,
yeah. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
This one here, Jamie Elliott with 100 clutch rating. Yep. He's done it again.
Yep.
From the same spot as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really? That's mad.
Literally.
Yeah.
I wonder if he practices that specific spot at training.
He must do. Well, I know he just looks like he practices fucking everywhere, doesn't
Yeah.
it? I can't believe they did it again.
It's insane. It's insane. Because it's literally like last year.
Yeah.
Towards the end. Was it the back half of last year? Was it most of last year? It was just like they're always going to come back. They're always going to run you down.
Yeah.
And this year, I feel like it hasn't been like that because they've just been overall good. But
No, they've had a few this year.
a few close games too.
Imagine being up by 3 goals at 3/4 time and thinking, fuck, they're coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad.
Mm.
And this one here says, no such thing as due for a win or loss.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
I guess it's true.
That is analysis above our knowledge of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost philosophical in nature, right? No such thing as due. I mean, 16 losses in a row for us, for North.
Yep.
You could say we're due for a win. You could also say we're not due for a win.
Yeah. There's no such thing.
No?
Yeah. Although the fact that you've got West Coast this weekend
So we are due for-
also on a 16 game losing streak. One of you is probably due for a win.
One of us is due for a win. So yeah.
Yeah, we might have to argue that one back. Maybe there is such a thing. You just have to lose
You just have
16 in a row and then play a team who's also lost 16 in a row.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. So that was round 19 according to you. I didn't watch much footy. I think you can probably tell. Moving on to the 4th test according to you. So there's a bit here. First one says, against the spirit of the game. Yep.
Because of the rain? Or?
With the rain, that's all it says.
Okay.
That's either to do with the rain, the fact that the Ashes were retained after a washout, or what.
Yeah, you can't retain the Ashes like that,
against
mate.
the spirit of the game. Maybe it was the fact that England batted for too long. Maybe it was. It could be anything.
Okay.
This one here says England tours should include a minimum of 1 test in a country where there won't be rain. Yep, but then it's a world tour. But obviously.
Yeah.
It ties in with the next one that says, we love an English summer.
Yep.
Which ties also into the next one that says, rain, rain, don't go away, sucked in Piers. So Piers Morgan. So the 4th test was a washout.
Yes.
So Australia retained the Ashes. They've got a 2-1 lead, and the best England can do is draw. Obviously, Australia already hold the Ashes, so they've retained it. The next one, the final one, just says, Piers Morgan is a cunt.
That's it.
That's all it says.
Straight out, blatant. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I submitted that one.
I did.
I did because it It ties in perfectly with where we're taking this.
Okay.
If the laptop over there could quieten down, we'll be able to...
It's trying to chirp in as part of this.
It's
part of this. It wants to... Because he called Piers Morgan a cunt, so I think it wants to...
Oh, you're a Piers Morgan fan, are you? That makes a lot of sense, actually.
It checks out. You can see the dots. Yeah.
Yes, it was a washout. Australia retained the Ashes.
Yeah.
And whether it's players, commentators, or fans of any status, the complaining, the sooking, the excuses are back. So it's anything from requests or comments for a reserve day to come in to make up for the weather, just like there was in the World Test Championship final.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Or it's Joe Root asking to play until 10 p.m. because it doesn't get dark until then in English summer.
Yep.
I mean, he didn't say exactly that, but
to
top it all off,
it's
the fact that Piers Morgan still has a Twitter account.
Okay, so again, living under a rock, did he say something like outrageous, or was it just like...
It's not even outrageous for him. It's just the fact that it's Piers Morgan. Like, he must know how unlikable he is. Like, some personal highlights of mine, so I'll just go through a couple of tweets that he did when it was all going on. I know I'm talking a lot, but the first one says, "For fuck's sake, has there ever been a less deserved retention of the Ashes? From the Bairstow debacle to this rain-soaked fiasco, it's an absolute farce that smirking Australia have ended up with the urn still in their hands. England comfortably the better side, as this test showed. Gutting." I'm not sure how you can be the better side when we're 2-0 down to start with. You can't say you've been the better team across 4 tests when you're 2-1 down.
Yep.
Okay, it's just come back again. And the other one says, the other tweet from Piers Morgan says, "No shit, Sherlock. I'd be too embarrassed to even speak to the media if I retained the Ashes in such a dismal way." He said that in response to a video of Pat Cummins saying that the way that Australia retained the urn felt weird.
Yeah.
Which is that's a fair enough.
It's a fair thing to say.
Want, and he said in a press conference after the washout that, they still haven't gone over there. Sorry, they still haven't achieved what they wanted to when they set out over there. They haven't won a series in England since 2002,
and that's what they want. That's what Australia wants.
So they want to go there to win the series. So the fact that it's happened now, it's like, great, we got the Ashes, but it's like that's not what we're here for.
That's not exactly.
So I think it's a fair enough comment. But Piers Morgan being Piers Morgan, he's got to know how unlikable he is, right? Like there was a tweet that kind of summed up how moving away, this isn't a Piers Morgan tweet. This is a tweet that kind of summed up how I think I'm feeling, and I think a few normal England fans would be feeling.
Okay.
So it's from Dan Liebke. I don't know how to say that.
Okay.
He's at Lieb Cricket on Twitter. He says, "Feel sorry for proper England cricket fans who have Piers Morgan as their loudest, stupidest representative. Imagine if, I don't know, Pauline Hanson or someone was always talking absolute shit about cricket. Unbearable." And it's true, because he's one of the loudest voices that's been sort of saying what he's been saying. And me as an Englishman looking at that, I'm going, even if it wasn't Piers Morgan saying it, you'd be looking at that going, all right, come on, dickhead. Like, we've been outplayed.
Yeah.
We were having this conversation off air, weren't we, about who actually was the better side? Like you were saying, if England had made this 2-2 going into the 5th test, how can you say one side's better than the other when it's literally 2-2?
It's literally 2-2. Yeah.
The fact that it's 2-1, how can you say England are the better side?
Yeah. I mean, you can argue, the first 2 tests were very close, but it's still won by.
I mean, you can't. Well, you can cut it any way you like in terms of, Australia were better in the moments that mattered. England made more mistakes in the moment that mattered. However you want to look at that, I think either one of those are fair comments about how the first 2 tests went.
Yeah,
but it's like, if you're making more mistakes in the big moments, you're not the better side.
Yeah,
you're just not.
Mm-hmm.
You're just flat out not. So everything that's been said that we mentioned when I last had a rant about England fans and whatnot. There was a sense of hypocrisy, and with everything that's being said again, there's really a sense of only if it suits England.
Yeah.
Right? Is that
Did you-
fair to say?
Did you? Were you the one that said that there was like a tweet from like last time celebrating when was it the last Ashes series or was it the series before?
Yeah, no, it was 2013.
Yeah.
2013. There was it was a third test.
Right.
Or was it the fourth test? It might have been the fourth test. I
Okay.
can't remember when it was, but England retained the Ashes because there was a washout.
Yeah.
And they had an unattainable lead.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Stuart Broad tweeted, we've just retained the Ashes, how good, something like that.
Yeah.
And Piers Morgan replied to that tweet being like, boom, like
Yeah.
celebrating.
Yeah.
Literally doing the thing that they are cracking the shits about.
Yeah.
Right? And it's
when it suits.
fucking maddening. Yeah. So with that in mind, hold on to your baggy greens or your bucket hats.
Mm-hmm.
Because plenty of bucket hats around, depending on where your loyalties lie.
Yep.
Because we're going to run back through this Ashes series so far and share some rule changes that we fully believe that England will push for after the fifth test.
Yep.
No matter how it goes.
Yep.
Now, I feel like I've spoken a lot there and I am sorry about
that's
that.
okay.
So did you want to kick it off?
I'll kick us off. Okay, so here's a rule proposal, right? So,
Sorry, Took's just fallen off.
Took.
Come on, mate. Come on. We get it. He's trying to get at Piers Morgan.
Yeah.
Took Miller versus Piers Morgan. That's not the rivalry you were preparing for, is it?
No. I don't think that sentence, if you Google that sentence, I don't think anyone else in the world has ever Googled that sentence.
No. We'll have to test our SEO.
Test it out, yeah.
See if we come up.
Okay, so a first proposed rule change, right? A rule that if you stump someone in a way that goes against the spirit of the game,
Topical.
yep, the team that did the stumping gets 50 runs deducted from their total because the batter that you got out was definitely going to make 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they'd absolutely push for that, wouldn't they?
Yeah. And you could get, depends on how far you want to go with it, but like the spirit of the game stuff, you can DRS it, you can review it, and imagine like a third umpire, like looking at the stumping and then just being like, yeah, they're a cunt.
Imagine the third umpire having to like interpret the motivation behind the action.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah, they've got it pretty easy, third umpires. I reckon we need to add a bit even more scrutiny.
Add a bit of moral dilemma.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Nah, they're definitely going to push for that. Another one that they're going to push for is if a wicketkeeper drops 3 catches in an innings, the batter that gave the third chance has to go out anyway because the bowling team is clearly the better side for creating those chances.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yep. You just got to. Yeah. That makes sense.
I mean, obviously, that's how cricket works. That's how cricket works.
Yeah. The more chances you get,
the better you are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, you got to make chances in order to win a game, right?
Just imagine how many more wickets we'd have for the Pels if if they counted on the third try, regardless of whether the catch was taken.
I've got another one. All right. A rule that if your opponent's brand of cricket is too negative and boring, they have to do tip and run for the rest of their innings. Activity.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Just because, cricket's dying out. We've got to keep it more interesting. Bazball. Yeah, the other team should sort of try that too.
I think so, because I think what we've learned from this series is that the way to win a test series is to not worry about the result and just make sure that everyone knows you're playing the more exciting brand of cricket.
Yep.
Release comments like, we feel like we had them on the ropes. We feel like they were scared by our tactics.
Under pressure.
Yeah.
On top.
Even though you've lost. Yeah, just keep saying that. Yeah. No, absolutely they're going to want that. For sure. I actually think I'm really starting to dislike the England cricket team.
Yeah?
There's a lot of love there, for Stokes and Root.
Yeah.
And obviously Jimmy and Broad.
Of course. How can you not, like, incredible?
It's actually, it's quite a dilemma because I actually, watching them play,
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. I have for some time, and I probably will for a little while.
Yeah.
It's all the on-field whinging. It's fucking everywhere. And it's not so much the players. Obviously, the players are put into positions after the game to answer questions, and obviously they're going to give their opinion. But I don't know. I just keep thinking of Ollie Robinson. He's not likable. He's just really not. Anyway, I'm going to move on. There's another proposed rule that they're absolutely going to push for.
Yep.
A rule that sledging. We've been saying rules. They're laws of cricket this whole time.
Yes.
How amateur is that? That's really village of us. A law.
Yes.
That sledging can be abusive.
Yep.
As long as it's done by old white men in suits. In fancy rooms with long traditions.
Yes. Yes.
Then it's okay.
I guess so.
Only if it's England.
Can you imagine if that was like a thing on, like on the field too, like for players as well? If it was like you did a sledge, and then you were like rated. There was like a panel after the match that like rated how effective. Like it's like, okay, that was pretty harsh, but was it good? Like it's like you fucking suck. And they're like, no, that's a shit sledge. You
just escort you off.
Yeah. All right, I got another law change. A law, well, this is a very common one, that a batter can't get out first ball.
I mean, that's self-explanatory, isn't it, really?
I think so, yeah.
We'd all want that. Absolutely.
We don't want that, no.
All right, moving on. I got the next one. There's nothing more to say on that one, really, is there?
Nah.
Yep.
Nah, everyone knows it.
A rule that a batter can bat by themselves if they are the last remaining batter.
Yep.
Obviously, there was a bit of self-indulgence, and we wanted, instead of declaring and trying to push for a result, we'll get a ginger bastard at century, and then we didn't. So it's all right. If he's there just able to bat by himself, we can feed some egos.
I feel like this is the saltiest episode we've ever recorded.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm salty.
No.
I'm actually, you know that I'm not.
I know,
you know that
but
I'm not. I think
just, yeah.
It's more, it's the most of an opinion I think we've got across.
Maybe that's what it is.
It's really been me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was just like, you've been lumped in with all the shit I've been talking.
Weird. All right, one quick last one. All right, a rule that a trophy is to be awarded at the end of a test series, like the Ashes, for the team that's won the most tosses.
I mean, that's what matters. That's what matters. Yeah, if you're the captain that has given your team the best of the conditions in every single test match, that's an achievement.
You deserve to win.
Absolutely. Getting forward, we might have actually answered this question already. Which of these law changes that we've just discussed, which of them do you think would benefit the Pels the most?
Look, they're all pretty useful. Wouldn't mind, not being able to get out first ball.
Yep.
Be pretty handy. The tosses one, probably not.
No.
I don't think. I think they'd go against us.
Yeah.
Potentially. Look, I feel like we're just going to go with what we said with the opportunities, mate.
If we drop a catch, it's third time's the charm, regardless of if it's taken.
Regardless of if it's taken or not. Yeah.
I'll back that.
Yeah.
Although, one that would affect the two of us the most would probably be that a batter can bat by themselves if they're the last remaining batter. Because, there's a high chance that it's one of us two that's going to be there by themselves.
Correct. But also, if it's me, what am I going to do?
I see out the overs, mate.
Oh, yeah.
They'll take the new ball. You'll see off the new ball.
Yeah, see off the new ball. Not add any runs at all, but just
keep man in the field, mate. You've got we're 80 runs behind, but we've got them where we want them.
Switch on.
Good news for those traditional switch on fans. We have not done this for several weeks now, but I think we might have mentioned that it was returning to the traditional version of Switch On.
With questions?
Questions. I've got a couple for you. I've actually got 3 for you this week, mate.
Wow.
Which of these laws of cricket isn't real?
Okay.
A.
Yep.
Any obstacle on the ground is a boundary.
Okay.
B. If a player leaves the field during the middle of an over without taking permission from the umpire, 5 penalty runs are awarded to the batting team.
Okay.
So if a fielder leaves the ground during an over
without
the umpire's permission,
okay,
5 penalty runs are added.
Yeah.
Or C. If any non-wicket-keeping fielders wear the gloves of the wicket-keeper, even for 10 seconds, without the intention of being a wicket-keeper, 5 penalty runs are awarded to the batting team.
If even for so like they want to wear the gloves.
If they wear the gloves without the intention of being a wicket-keeper,
yeah,
5 penalty runs are awarded to the batting team. So any obstacle's a boundary. The player leaves, it's 5 penalty runs. If a non-keeper puts the gloves on, it's 5 penalty runs. Which one of those isn't real?
What? Only one of them isn't real?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's tough.
Very tough.
Very tough.
Shout out to our South African audience.
Trying to think. Obstacle on the ground. Obstacle on the ground. So like anything. What would be an obstacle on the ground?
Okay, I'll give you a clue there. It's any fixed obstacle.
Yeah, okay.
We haven't done a switch on for a little while, a normal switch on, as we said, and we're back to the old sitting there with seconds of silence while Ashton thinks. So I'm going to fill the...
it's good to be home.
Push you for an answer, mate. A, B, or C?
They all look a bit weird.
It's almost like he's picked these ones intentionally. This question.
I'm going to say A is not real and B and C are both real.
Okay. A and C are real.
What?
So rule B, if the player leaves the field during the middle of an over without the umpire's permission, 5 penalty runs are awarded.
Yep.
The rule's actually if a player enters the field.
Okay.
During an over.
Right.
I was looking up, I was trying to find some weird ones.
Niche
I was like,
ones,
I've got to kind of like tweak it slightly to make it believable. Yeah, so I might have cheated a little bit there, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Question 2. Which of these people has Piers Morgan not had a Twitter feud with? So we got A, J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling?
Depends who
the author of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
B, Manny Pacquiao.
Yep.
C, Jeremy Clarkson. Or D, Ariana Grande. So he's had a Twitter feud with all but one of these.
Interesting. I'm trying to think of who would be sort of the most aligned with his views. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't think any of them are.
That's a fair comment. Yeah, not even Jeremy Clarkson.
No.
Yeah.
No, like they might be like, anti-PC or this or that, but not the same level as him, I think. I'll go with A. J.K. Rowling.
No, it's B, Manny Pacquiao. So I put the J.K. Rowling, Jeremy Clarkson, Ariana Grande in there, and I was like, I've got to think of a random celebrity. So I found a website called Random Celebrity Generator, and just pressed the button a heap of times
and
until it was
Manny
one that I heard
Pacquiao.
of, and I'm like, yeah, that'll do.
For some reason, I was like, okay, there's probably something about the Pacquiao Conor McGregor fight, and then he would have been like said something about.
That's a fair.
I was like, in the wash up or something, and then like I don't know. Anyway, cool.
That's a fair line of thought. And then question 3 is a quick one. True or false?
Yep.
Piers Morgan was offended by the Barbie movie.
True.
True. Yep.
Is it true? Yeah.
Yep, it's true.
There you go.
Done. 1 out of 3, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, apparently it's anti-men's sexism.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh, you don't want to dive into that?
Dive into that?
Yeah.
Or
You want to move on rather quickly?
Disagree with it? Or do you want me to have an opinion on something? I feel like we've had an opinion on this show. I feel like we've had this is probably the most opinionated we've ever been since the.
You've barely said anything.
We've ever been. Yeah. So what was it? Anti-men's sexism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Your questions this week, mate?
My questions for this week. Question 1. Take one rule from footy and justify it in the game of cricket and repeat it but the other way around.
What do you mean justify it? So I've got to apply it to the game of cricket.
Yeah, so take the name of the rule or whatever, or just and then all right. So like, I don't know, what are some rules in footy? Like holding the ball or this or that, whatever, and then explain it in a cricket context. Just pretend that it is part of the game of cricket, and then explain it.
Oh, okay. So as in, I could say something like holding the ball in cricket is when a batter hits the ball to a fielder and they catch it and they've been caught. The fielder has been holding the ball. Yep. So the batter has to go out. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Like that.
Okay. Well,
so that's that.
Yeah. Does that one count?
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Like they have to hold the ball for
but they're holding the ball, which has dismissed the batsman. Yep. The batter.
Yep. For probably like a certain amount of time, so it like counts for
Yep.
And
it doesn't count. The batter only goes out if the crowd yells ball.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I've got to do it the other way around. So a cricket rule.
Yep.
Okay. That one's tricky. Does it have to be like a rule or can it be a term?
Nah, just go term.
Okay. So if you're caught behind, you've let your direct opponent get in front of you. Yep. And then they've been able to lead into space.
Great.
That's the best I can do. I didn't actually read ahead of what your questions were.
I thought you were going to go with something with caught behind, like something where you've caught it just behind the behind post or something like that. Or something like that.
Yeah, true. That would have been, Yep. I'm an idiot.
No, that's cool.
Cool.
All right. And the second question is not really a question, but do you want to, well, we've been talking about rules and stuff. Did you want to, and your answer to this could just be no.
Okay.
Do you want to explain the rules of the leave game to our lovely listeners?
The rules of the leave game. I mean, I can try my best. So it was a game we played on under 15s and under 17s cricket. Yep. When we were batting as a team, but we weren't batting. Yep. So just like a net cricket type setup.
Mm-hmm. In the club rooms, right?
Like in the club rooms, and tennis ball, bat, bin. Yeah. No. There was no bin.
Oh, that's right.
No, not at all. Okay, I'm going to start again. So it's what we played in under 15s, under 17s cricket, right? As the game's going on, and you're waiting to bat. You're like a net cricket type setup, but you're in like the club rooms or just outside the club rooms or whatever. And tennis ball, bat, and fielders all around. Mm-hmm. And it's called the leave game because you only get out if the ball hits your bat. Yeah. So there's no stumps, so you can't get bowled. No. And you can't leave. You can't actually play like a leave. Is it more than twice in a row? Yes. And then on the third time, you actually have to play a shot. Yep. And if you play a shot and the ball hits your bat, you're out. Yeah,
it's very clever. You have to be able to play a shot without hitting the ball.
Yeah. I'm actually really good at that in normal cricket.
Money. Alrighty, time for my mate's multi. So, racing through my legs from last week, leg 1. I said no team will score more than 4 goals in any single game within the next week of the FIFA Women's World Cup. No, that's been someone, I think it was like a 6-0 game the other day.
Was it?
Yeah. I think it was
shit.
Germany versus Morocco, maybe?
Oof.
Yeah, 6-0. So
Actually, I do remember seeing that, I think.
none from one.
Yeah.
Leg 2. Less than 5 sixes will be hit in the entire fourth Ashes test. Me thinking that Bazball was going to take a temporary pause. I think you said there were 13 sixes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So none from 2. And leg 3. The Saints will not be in the top 8 after this round. No, didn't get that. The North Saints game was close, but the Saints held on.
They did. I'm glad that leg didn't get up because we love the Saints.
Yes.
Obviously. I mean, it goes without saying, doesn't it?
It does go without saying.
None from 3.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. All right. I said my legs last week. Leg 1, Australia will win the toss in the fourth Ashes test. No. Stokes, 4-0 up.
Yep.
Leg 2, Australia will beat the Republic of Ireland 3-0 in the opening match of the Women's World Cup. No, it was 1-0 though,
just
wasn't it?
1-0.
Yep.
The penalty, yep.
Take dubs. And then leg 3, I'm actually annoyed about leg 3.
Okay.
I said Port and Collingwood will keep each other, will both keep each other to under 85 points.
Yeah.
The score was 85-83.
Yeah.
So that didn't get up.
And by the closest of margins.
By the barest of margins. So I am going to join you there with a none for 3, mate.
Have we ever both had none for 3 before?
Not for a long, long time. Maybe when we were, still trying to figure out what My Mate's Multi was.
Yeah, back in the amateur days.
Not when now that we're seasoned veterans.
Yeah. You could tell by my response to Switch On today how seasoned we are. My legs for this week. Leg 1. Sam Kerr will make an appearance for the Matildas before our next episode.
Let's hope that gets up.
I think that's a hope leg more than anything.
And we called them the Matildas. Yeah, we were happy with the name Matildas, weren't we? Last week.
A few other ones that we wanted to change, but
yeah, Matildas was good. Yeah.
Leg 2, the margin, the
margin,
the margin of the bottom of the table clash between North and West Coast will be less than 10 points.
So if it's 10, no go.
No go. It's under 10, mate. All right.
Okay.
It's going to be a thriller. Sunday, 4:40 p.m.
Prime time.
And leg 3, no one will make a century in the final Ashes test.
All right. Any 99 not outs?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, true. I mean, yep. All right. Mine for this week, leg 1, there will be at least 2 days of the 5th test affected by rain in some way.
Yeah, okay.
Leg 2, the Ashes series won't end level. And leg 3, there will be 1 change to the top 8 after this round of footy.
Okay.
So it can be order, teams in there, anything. 1 change.
And that is pretty much going to do it for another episode. Usually, I think we've done it here and there in the wash-up. We sort of evaluate the episode. We go, this was a good episode, this was a bad episode. We could have done this better, could have done that better.
Yep.
But I've decided to switch things up a bit in the outro.
I'm nervous.
Yes. And you guys went and saw Barbie last weekend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you want to... I just thought, we could make plans right now.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
Do you want to watch Oppenheimer this weekend, or...?
It's it's on the cards.
It's on the cards.
Yeah, I want to see it, so...
Yeah,
why not, mate? Why not?
We're going on Saturday, so do you want to...
I think we're busy Saturday. No, I'm joking. Oh, yeah, I think so. Should be fine.
Fuck yeah.
Should be fine, mate. All right. Tell you what, I'm keen for the
Ashes to wrap up.
Ashes to wrap up, so that we don't have to hear any more of this fucking English complaining.
Although, I don't know, I feel like this brings out a different side of us. Back to the evaluation part of the show. This is the most oomph we've had. We're
True.
getting we're generating a bit of something.
Would you say we're at our best with opinions? Then is that what you're saying?
Look, if I said that, I feel like that would be a bit of an opinion. Me saying that, so I wouldn't want to.
How did you fence it that? That's impressive.
Would you say you're at our best when you make opinions?
Ooh.
Look.
Too hard for me to say.
Look, maybe, but you don't want to commit to it. Yeah.
All right, mate. I'll see you at the movies.
Yes.
We'll see these guys next week.
We will. Keep kicking goals.